Ah, okay. Can we all hear me just fine? There we are. I'm on a different computer today, so it's not going to be the same. Hold on, let me check OBS. Let me make sure. Fuck, where is the audio? Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. Can't let you see my thumbnail making process. It might spoil. Hello there, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I know this is unprompted. Usually I give like a warning. I tell everyone like, "Hey, I'm going to be streaming at this time on this day." But I'm going away this weekend and I was just like, "You know what? We'll do one stream and then we'll maybe get a video out by tomorrow. Not tomorrow, definitely not tomorrow, but by probably Thursday morning at the latest is when I would hope for that video to come out, but maybe not. It's just a simple video." So what are we doing today, chat? Because I don't have any plans. Like, actually, this was so impromptu that I nothing. Are we still live? I think we're still good. Oh my god, I swear to fuck. Oh wait. No, we're good? Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. We're good. Nearly got a heart attack there. But yeah, we're live. Actually, there are some videos that I would like to watch on this stream. Gojo versus Chainsaw Man. There's this one video by this one guy. Not that one. Also not that one. And not that one. It's by this guy. This is Chris. But yeah, how many devils could Gojo beat in Chainsaw Man? I'm not saying I popularized this thumbnail format. Not at all. It was popular before I did it, but like, maybe it's a coincidence. There just seems to be more of those kind of videos after mine did well. I don't know, it's probably ego talking, honestly. If Kid Buu knew how to control and use his God Key, how strong would he be? Let's see. You got Kid Buu, right? And Kid Buu is already, like, debatably a universe buster. And then, like, honestly, he'd probably be, like, Super Saiyan God level, realistically. Maybe higher. Like, comparing Super Saiyan 3 Goku to Kid Buu, honestly, he might be, like, Super Saiyan Blue level. But, like, a weak Super Saiyan Blue. Like, the first Super Saiyan Blue. Outer Versal because of the prison realm. That's wild scaling. I don't know what they were cooking at all, man. That is oh, this is one I've been meaning to watch too. This is from the beautiful man that said that Kid Buu was galaxy level. That was an awesome video. What if Bill Cipher showed up in Dragon Ball? Could he trick the cast and kickstart Weird Mageddon? No, probably not. The issue with Dragon Ball characters is that they're all friends and they don't really have like beef or baggage. So if someone is going through something, is like, hey, there's this interdimensional demon that's trying to get me to do things. like at that, like everyone else is gonna be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't talk to that guy. Like we'll figure it out. Especially since Bill, in that state, is like weaker than even normal people. So yeah, Goku could definitely just stop Bill Cipher from kicking off Weirmageddon. I also don't buy into the higher tiers for Gravity Falls power scaling. Like honestly, like based on what I've seen, probably not beating Goku. Aw, thank ah. Wow, so scary, guys. Daima Goku shook the demon realm. I'm shivering my timbers. That's funny because people are using that, right? People are using that feat to try and get Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku to the levels of like Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan 4 from GT. And it is just never happening. That is not even remotely close to the same level of power. Is Oob just Kid Buu if he could control his God Ki in a weaker vessel? No. Oob is the reincarnation of Kid Buu. It's a little more complicated than just a new vessel. Majin Buu versus the Collector. The Collector's like large planet level, and then Kid Buu's like a universe buster. It's a little lopsided in my opinion. Didn't GT destroy a dimension in base? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got Super Saiyan 4, Goku from Daima, and he's shaking a different dimension. Maybe 3 dimensions if you're generous, but even then. He's shaking it with his final Kamehameha. And then Kid Goku in GT manages to destroy an arguably higher dimensional space in his base form with a casual Kamehameha. This basically Bill Cipher is all hacks and no Dura. He is to an extent because when he assumes his like actual form in the 3-dimensional world, he does actually have AP and durability that matters. That's why the only thing that could kill him is the quantum destabilizer, because it's like a Dura-Nig technique. Technically, it's a machine, but you know you get what I'm trying to say. Even if Bill was stronger than most characters in a narrative context, if he ever did get off Weirmageddon narratively, he'd probably just get treated like Fuse Zamasu. That's probably the worst scenario because Zeno would low-key just erase him from existence. Even Buhan's feats are more impressive. They are. Legitimately, they are. Buhan has better feats than Super Saiyan 4 Goku from Daima. You could argue Super Saiyan 4 Daima Ku is stronger than Buhan. Like, you could argue that. But if you actually compare their feats side by side, Super Saiyan 4 Daima Ku shook 3 dimensions, arguably, at the max. And then you have Buhan, who is going to destroy an infinite time space with alternate dimensions. Funky Cheese, I think we covered him last stream. I was generally unimpressed from what I remember correctly. Yeah, if it's either of these guys, I'm not considering them at all. Like, I don't. Like, the thing about really small channels like this, I will never cover them in a video. I will never react to their content on stream because these are very small creators. And for the first time, I've opened up my eyes. Supersonic being a 9D boost and hypersonic arguably being hypersonic going super. Oh, okay. He ain't weaker than Kid Buu. Prove that. In fact, you know what? You know what? Let's change the thumbnail a little bit. Let's actually, you know what? I'll just. Discord is Spoiler's Shadow. If you want to debate, if you want to debate it, bam. We'll pin message. Yeah. So if you disagree with me, that kid, we'll open Discord too. Also. Or, no, I forgot. This is a different computer. Discord. Yeah, there we are. Discord talk play. Oh shit, fucking not this one. Official site. Because I've debated Super Saiyan 4 Goku from Daima versus Kid Buu many times. There is no objective proofs. Proofs. The fuck is a proofs? I said that so confidently too. Why did I ever think that? But yeah, there is no objective evidence that anyone in Dragon Ball Daima is stronger than Super Saiyan 4, not Super Saiyan 4. Than, what was I talking about? Completely forgot. Ah, shit. All of you, look away for a moment. I need to... This is a terrible idea. Whatever. You all promised not to steal my identity, right? Or to... No, this is probably how people get fucking hacked. Fucking... Whatever, I'll figure it out. Yeah, I know I nearly downloaded malware. It's because I'm on a different computer. This fucking shit. Whatever, it's not that bad. It works. It functions. Nah. Almost. I almost did. But then I'm like, hey, wait a minute. That would be, like, really dumb. Like, unbelievably, incomprehensibly dumb. Even for me. Here. I mean. I'll just use the QR code. Because actually, like... Whatever. Until someone actually wants to debate, that's not an issue for me. So I don't care. Where do I scale current Goku? Anywhere from 5th dimensional to like 7th dimensional, potentially 8th dimensional, but 70 and up is all based on like higher interpretations of the cosmology. I think the most solid way to scale Dragon Ball is 4D Buu Saga, and then 4D Dragon Ball Super up to the Tournament of Power, and then you have 5th dimensional Goku, because Mastered Ultra Instinct is just stated multiple times to be a transcendental increase or a transcendental limit break, or transcend the gods of destruction. So yeah, that's how you get 5th dimensional Goku. If you believe that the other world is a higher dimension compared to the living universe, like the infinite living universe, and then you include all the other space times, I would love to react to this, but I need to like Lonks take as a drug, and I need to lay off. I'm in Lonk's server too. 500,000 views on the 100. How much money did he make from this? I want money. Should I sell out, guys? Should I just make current popular thing videos? Maybe then I'll make more money. I'm not saying that, I'm not implying that he's sold out or anything. I'm just saying, like, I would have to sell out in order to do that. I need a link. What do you mean you need a link? You just copy my tag and you just throw it into the add people on Discord function, and then, like, yeah. My totally wrong hot take is that Metal Cooler could beat Perfect Cell in a prolonged battle. You're not wrong. A hundred Daima Gokus versus one gorilla. Honestly, the Gokus probably aren't gonna take that. Depending on how you scale gorillas, you know, like maybe, potentially. Let's see. 100 Daima Gokus versus one Grug. Okay, if I can be, like, real here, right? Goku and Daima is at least, like, solar system level if you think it only takes place after the manga. And then if you think that he's higher than that because of the anime continuity, like, that's fine too. Like, galaxy level up to, like, universal or low multi, right? But let's not lie. He's never touching, like, Battle of Gods Goku. He's never touching GT Goku. Never touching any form of Goku. He might even be weaker than, like, Super Saiyan 3 Goku from the beginning of Battle of Gods, like, before the Super Saiyan God ritual. Depending on what you think the Super Saiyan 4 increases. Okay, so there is someone who actually does want to debate me. I gotta... Okay, let me sort this out. We're gonna change sources for a minute. I wonder if I can, like, yeah, okay. We're just gonna turn that off for a little bit so I can do my thing. That was probably the smarter option. Nolan Wilson 425. Why am I saying it into the mic? Because now people can just steal my identity. Oh, there was a guy that was asking me, what's an opinion that you have for power scaling where it's like, yes, all of you are wrong. And it would probably have to be, let's see, pending. Yeah. Taste, Divine, Fury, Vegito. Okay. So this is the guy that wants to debate me on your message was not delivered. This usually because, oh. A server with the recipient. Okay, so Clyde was just being an asshole. Whatever. So this guy wants to debate me on, I'm assuming Super Saiyan 4 Goku, or... Yeah, Super Saiyan 4 Goku versus Kid Buu, right? Okay. We'll make this quick. Because honestly, like, I've never seen any good convincing evidence. Unless you have some, like, absolutely take your time. Not cobble together, that sounds bad, but, like, construct the best possible argument you can. Don't trust Ian Flynn for power scaling, by the way. Thrag versus King Vegeta. If you use scaling only from, okay. Why do you think Daima Goku can beat Kid Buu? Why do you think that? What's the scaling? What's the method? What was I saying? Daima Super Saiyan 4 is a... Oh, yeah. There was a guy who was asking me, like, What's a power scaling opinion where you're like, yes, you are all wrong? And it's probably, let's see. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head right now. It would probably be that, let's see. I honestly couldn't answer that right now. Right now, I'm bouncing either towards planetary JJK, which, like, I'm not saying it is, like, the most reliable method, but people always discard it instantly without actually looking into the context and the evidence behind it. Or it would probably be GT Goku versus Super Goku, because even in modern day, you got people saying dumbass shit like, nothing in GT reaches the level of the Battle of Gods feat, which honestly, the Battle of Gods feat isn't even that good, like scaling wise. Well, Super Saiyan 4 has to be a substantial power increase, right? And also, would you consider Kid Buu to be stronger than Buhan? Kid Buu is stronger than Buhan. That's pretty definitive. I don't have my scans, unfortunately, but it's repeated multiple times in the anime, repeated multiple times in all of the guidebooks. Unless you want to consider the manga and anime as two separate canons, but I usually don't. Oh, hey, no attacking people just because they brought up Ian Flynn. It's completely fine to bring up Ian Flynn. He is one of the main writers on the Sonic series, especially now. It's my opinion that you shouldn't trust him for power scaling, but if you trust him, that's fine. It's completely up to interpretation.
Gojo may be the strongest sorcerer in Jujutsu Kaisen, but how...
That's not even right. Already, we're 3 seconds in and we're wrong. Because Gojo is objectively not the strongest in Jujutsu Kaisen. Unless you consider Sukuna like a curse or something. I would say Super is two separate canons, but Z is still an adaptation to me. So, as long as we can agree that they're two, like, similar... if we can agree that the scaling should be back and forth for both of them, like anime scaling should apply to the Daima continuity, like, we're fine. Because I scale the anime primarily. Third Eye Goma is objectively over Kid Buu in terms of power. You're wrong. Tournament of Power mastered Ultra Instinct Goku level. That's a tall order, dog.
How does he fare against the strongest devils in Chainsaw Man? Some of these guys give him a run for his money, and some outright beat him. Which ones? Well, today we're going over each and every one so we can...
I do like this guy's content, though. His name is This Is Chris. I am subscribed. I'm going to leave a like on the video. I do recommend this guy's content because it is actually pretty well made. It's a little generic for my liking. There's not a whole lot of personality behind it. But I do use his videos for a lot of the a lot of the JJK power scaling. Or at least like understanding curse techniques and domain expansions a little better. So just wanted to get that out of the way. Yeah, Kid Buu is stronger than Buhan, but that's still kind of... Hell, no, Goma isn't stronger than Buu, but Super Saiyan 4 was not at full power. Yeah, Kid Buu is stronger than Buhan, but that's still... It is odd, like, logically speaking, if you thought about it, you'd probably think that Buhan would have to be stronger, but the anime just kind of did whatever it wanted, and as power scalers, we kind of have to deal with the aftermath. Goma isn't stronger than Buu. Well, that's kind of the... That's kind of the main crux I've seen most people try to use, but, that's fair. But Super Saiyan 4 Goku against Goma was not at full power. And at full power, I could definitely see Goku throwing out a stronger Kamehameha than the Spirit Bomb. See, the funny thing about that Spirit Bomb, though, a Spirit Bomb that killed Buu, Daizenshu. The funny thing about that Spirit Bomb, and, if you didn't see this, then that's completely fine, because, like, okay, I forgot. Fucking Yahoo is a shit ass fucking search engine. Fucking rancid. Fucking... Spirit Bomb, Daizenshu. Oh, I forgot. I have a whole scan server that I can just dig in for moments like this. Where is it? 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 Down. Ooh, Buu, Majin Buu. Okay. Fusion Saga, Kid Buu Saga. Okay, here we are. The thing about that Spirit Bomb is that it's not a normal Spirit Bomb. In Daizenshu, it's actually stated to be a max power Spirit Bomb, if I remember correctly. I'll have to find the exact scan. Let's see. And, like, you might be thinking, like, well, duh, it was the strongest Spirit Bomb up to that point because it killed Kid Buu. But that's not what the scan is saying. It's the maximum level of power in the Buu Saga. Meaning the Spirit Bomb that was used to kill Kid Buu is above Vegito. Kind of objectively. If I can't find it, I'm actually going to, like, tear my hair out. But, you know, like, other people will agree with me. I'm not making this up. That's where I'm at. No. Come on. Come on. It can't be that hard to get a scan for a Spirit Bomb. Come on, come on, come on. This is end of Z stuff. You put this in the end of Z category. What are we doing here? Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Come on. This is bullshit. Whatever. Maybe the Kid Buu portion has some. Like, obviously, the strongest Majin feared, blah, 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 blah. All this bullshit stuff. Oh, wait, no. Is this it? Yeah. Okay, there it is. The final measure is a Genki Dama, that's the Japanese term for Spirit Bomb, gathered from the power of all the people on Earth. Buu is finally annihilated by this maximum level of power. The wording here implies that this Spirit Bomb is the highest level of power seen in the Buu Saga, putting it above Super Vegito. Who the fuck is Apollo? No. Also, none of us can see the screen. Oh, shit, that's right. Fuck. I did say I'd turn that off. My bad. That's on me. I can show the scan again. It shouldn't be that hard to find again. And if it is, I'm going to tear my hair out. But just click there. Yeah, here we are. Okay, we're back, everyone. My bad. Better safe than sorry, but, you know. We're back. So, this is from Daizenshu. The final measure is a Genki Dama Spirit Bomb. Gathered from all the power of all the people on Earth, Buu is finally annihilated by this maximum level of power. Maximum level of power, again, above Vegito. Some people may counter, well, it's just made up from, like, normal people. Are you saying that, like, everyone on Earth is equal or stronger than Vegito? But those people aren't taking things into account, like, Genki Dama is like the Spirit Bomb is powered by a concept called Genki, which is different from Ki. So, just because you have a high Ki level does not mean you have a full high Genki level. Those are two different things. Even if they are, obviously, like, had to make a little change, but here are my thoughts on the level of power. This comes from Apollo, who is acoustic, like me. Honestly, I wouldn't disagree with this. It is pretty funny that Vegeta, as a Super Saiyan 2, can be stronger than a Super Saiyan 4. I always thought that. Something I used to argue back in the day was that Battle of Gods Vegeta, if he had Super Saiyan 4, could beat Beerus because of the multiplier. Because, like, lowballed Super Saiyan 4 is times 10 Super Saiyan 3. If Vegeta had Super Saiyan 4 in that moment, he would multiply his power well over 10 times. It'd be like 40 times, if anything. And it was equal to like 10% Beerus' power, so he would beat the snot out of Beerus. So obviously GT Goku would also beat Beerus because he has Super Saiyan 4 as well. And those people, like... Also, would we say that Super Saiyan 4 has the same drawback as Super Saiyan 3, being the whole power drain thing? No, I would not say that. It's just not really shown in Daima that much. That's really, like, even Super Saiyan 3 in that series doesn't really have that same issue. Does Bowser have a counter for Eggman pissing on the moon? He does not. Goku neg Saitama? Well, yeah. I don't think Goku is solar system level in base form. Well, that's crazy. I mean, I respect the downplay, but that's still crazy. Super Saiyan 4 is a form stronger than Super Saiyan God. Yes, you're correct, but at the same time, what you need to take into account is the fact that the Super Saiyan 4 in GT is different in power level wise from the Super Saiyan 4 in Daima. While honestly it's not completely defined proof, I think it has to be increased from Super Saiyan 3. I could believe that. I could definitely buy that. Can't remember where I heard it from, but I remember saying, "Don't forget their power." You probably heard that from a Seth the Programmer video. He said something like, "There's never been an instance in the series where someone has showcased a level of power and they haven't kept it afterwards," which is true. It's very rare. But yeah, the Super Saiyan 4 multiplier in Daima, you could argue it's like 4 or 5 times, maybe 10 times, if you want to take some statements literally. Like, I think there is a statement saying that the power of the Great Ape flows through Goku, which would be a times 10 multiplier from Super Saiyan 3. So, maybe this Super Saiyan 4 has a 10 times multiplier. But even lowballed, the Super Saiyan 4 from GT is a fusion times multiplier. Yeah, the Prince makes a good point. Doesn't Super Saiyan 4 not have a set multiplier and it's a potential unlock? Yes. Was Kid Buu 3 to 5 times stronger than Super Saiyan 3? That's something that a lot of people also misunderstand, but Kid Buu was way stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And it's not, like, I know it's a meme term, but it's really not close. Why did I type in Kid Buu mocking? Whatever. I don't have the resources I usually do, but Kid Buu was holding back against Goku. Like, I don't think most people don't really understand. Nope. I don't care about Instagram. Most people don't really understand the extent that Kid Buu was holding back against Goku. Like, Kid Buu was likely suppressing him. Like, okay. So Kid Buu never uses his full power. Excuse me. Kid Buu never uses his full power against Goku until the Spirit Bomb is brought out, and Kid Buu never uses full power until the Spirit Bomb is brought out. So there's that, and then Kid Buu manages to suppress himself to the point where he can slap around Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta without killing either one of them. People are always like, "Oh, well, Kid Buu's just a mindless monster. Kid Buu's like totally like brain dead." That's not true. The Daizenshuu actually makes it pretty clear. Here it is. This is from Daizenshuu. Goku's feelings are only understood by his fellow strongest, meaning that Kid Buu was purposefully holding himself back so that he could have a good fight with Goku and Vegeta, which is what Goku does all of the time. It is pretty obscure information. Not a lot of people know that. Because, again, people usually just interpret Kid Buu as like a mindless creature. But that's not true. Kid Buu is very mindful of his surroundings. Kid Buu, he might not be able to talk, but he has his own understanding of he has his own wants and feelings. If Kid Buu truly was mindless, he would have destroyed the realm of the Kaioshin the same way he would have destroyed Earth. Because in the anime, it is stated that he can just do that. Could pre-God form Super Goku even beat Kid Buu? No, honestly, probably not. If you remember the Dragon Ball Super manga, actually, I can pull that up. The Dragon Ball Super manga, the issue with that is that Goku actually has an image training sequence with himself. Maybe it's here. It might be in the Kid Buu one, honestly. That would make more sense, but let's see. But Goku actually, yeah, okay, so here, Goku says in Goten, I can't focus on my training. Why are you training? Majin Buu was terribly strong. I couldn't defeat him on my own. Another one like him, might come along. I gotta train to be prepared. Goku didn't even say I have to train to be able to beat him. He just has to be prepared. Which could mean literally anything. It could even mean something as simple as like fusing with Vegeta again, honestly. Like, for context, Kid Buu was so powerful that even in Dragon Ball GT, he wasn't surpassed until General Rildo. And then obviously for like Dragon Ball Super, Beerus is way stronger than Kid Buu. But Kid Buu is still the one that Goku wanted to fight in the end. It wasn't Beerus. It was Kid Buu. So that's how impressive Kid Buu was. I probably won't be able to find the Dragon Ball Super thing, but if you've read the Dragon Ball Super manga, Goku actually has an image training sequence with himself where he fights against Kid Buu. Very briefly, the manga doesn't really delve into detail about it too much. It cuts to Goten falling off of a tractor, but Kid Buu is smiling, and Goku is kind of grimacing. And you could argue that So yeah, fucking. Don't be like this jackass, fucking Kenji. Never harass Takao Koyama on Twitter just because fucking he disagrees with you on power scaling. Yeah, I probably won't be able to find it. Yeah, this is the closest we've had to that, but like you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, honestly, it might be in the Goku Battle of Gods category. Yeah, it's probably this one. Hold on. Yeah. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. So look, Goku's in Super Saiyan right now, yeah, but he is kind of grimacing while Kid Buu is smiling, and the implication here is that Kid Buu is going to have fun here, while also still likely holding back, and Goku is obviously he's clearly expecting a hard time. You could argue that Goku in the manga is stronger than Kid Buu based on this, since he is only in Super Saiyan. But Goku in the anime just clearly highlights pretty definitively, I'm not stronger than Kid Buu. I never considered it mindless. I don't know. But I didn't know he held back. That's not too much. Gohan also trained just in case. I'll take your word for it. But in Z, yes. Goku says at the end of Dragon Ball Z that Goku was comparable to Kid Oob was comparable to Kid Buu. He also says that Oob is stronger than Kid Buu by the end of the fight. In fact, he calls him impressive and awesome. And I can get scans for those too if you need. But oh shit! Hey, name based. Yes, we do. We do already know the smell of the game. Using GT to determine Kid Buu scale is inaccurate scaling. I'm not saying. Are we alive? Are we good? Please, for the love of God, someone say something if we're good. Please. I can't do this. No. No, for the love of God, please, no. Fuck. I swear to God, if we're fucking cooked. Okay, we're good. Holy fuck. Okay. Okay, I nearly had a heart attack there. We're still good, right? We didn't crash. We didn't end. Please, for the love of God, someone please say something. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. You don't have to leave stream. We're still alive. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Goku probably remembers Boo as a laughing menace. Oh yeah, I also had a pretty big tweet about some power scaling. I'll see if I can find it. That sounds good. Not just everyone in general. Yeah. No. Who the fuck is Lynx? Oh, this guy. Okay. I don't like the proportions at all, but you know, I'll talk to him later. But yeah, it was just to provide context for how impressive Kid Buu was. Like, you could probably argue Kid Buu is stronger than any of the Dragon Ball Z movie villains, honestly. Shadow versus Metal Sonic. Shadow beats the shit out of him. Unless you take into account Neo Metal Sonic, then Neo Metal Sonic beats the shit out of Sonic, obviously. But yeah, that's that.
And figure out just that. I don't think I need to go over Gojo's abilities because, I mean, I've already covered them like 1,000 times, but
we understand that Gojo's abilities work on the subatomic level, right? Or at least the atomic level. He manipulates space-time on the atomic level, creating logical impossibilities like -1 apples, distorting space-time to a point where anything approaching him never touches him. So that's the basic rundown of Gojo's abilities. We don't need to waste time covering them. Atomic atoms. What? I don't need help power scaling Kara from Undertale because I don't really plan to cover Undertale probably ever, honestly. Unfortunately. Conquest is probably a World Tournament Teen Goku victim. What? No. Okay, so here's the thing about invincible scaling, right? And this will also answer King Vegeta versus Thrag. But the thing about it is that if you use content only from the Invincible comic books, right? They're about planetary to dwarf star level at max. Now, you take that and you apply the cross-verse, like the actual crossovers, the canon crossovers that Invincible has had. For example, there's a series called Tech Jacket, right? And it's even older than Invincible. And it is canon to the Invincible universe. And Tech Jacket actually has, like, star level and even, like, potentially solar arguments. Tech Jacket. Whatever. Tech Jacket Invincible, yeah. Wasn't Broly stated to be the strongest villain? He is the strongest movie villain. Debatably, anyway. If you want to go by Takao Koyama's word, which I do think is valid at least for the movies. Well, wasn't Goku Super Kamehameha stated to be able to destroy a planet? Yeah, it was. But that's the thing. Like, planetary isn't cutting it, like, against show conquest. Like, conquest from specifically the show. Also, please plug in your phone. Your phone's on 9%, dog. Please, like, just find a charger. But, yeah, hold on, yeah, this guy, his name is Tech Jacket. And he has, like, actual, no shit, star level feats, and, like, no, I don't want to go to Amazon.com. Fuck off. No shit, like, actual star level feats, and solar system arguments, and he actively admits inferiority to characters like Omni-Man and Mark. So characters like Battle Beast, Alan, Omni-Man, and Mark, all of those guys are stronger than Tech Jacket, who has like large star level feats in his own comic book. Universal immune system. No, isn't that shit like multi-solar? I only used the star level stuff from Tech Jacket. I never used the solar system stuff because it's just not as consistent. Didn't they need 3 of the strongest Viltrumites to destroy one planet, I'm assuming? The thing about that is that is not an AP feat. That is a destructive capacity feat. So, for example, Goku's punches in Battle of Gods were going to destroy the macrocosm. That's a destructive capacity feat. And then even after that, even though they don't replicate that feat, characters like Golden Frieza would still be macrocosm busters because they can match that AP. Attack potency and Mark did kill Conquest, so he shouldn't be included in that, should he? If you remember correctly, Mark had to like really wear down Conquest with multiple other people. Like, it was not at all close to, like, me and you remember that scene very differently if you think Mark did it by himself and easily.
I've divided Chainsaw Man's devils into 4 tiers based on their strength and the difficulty they would give Gojo. The first tier of devils is the no diff tier. This tier is basically all the devils that Gojo can beat with literally 0 issue. They might as well just not exist to him because he will just pulverize them until they wake up in hell again. In this category is pretty much every animal-based devil like the bat, snake, and fox devil, all food-based devils like the grape, tomato, and sea cucumber devil, as well as all the weapon hybrids except.
So, why are the weapon hybrids in no diff tier? Does this guy understand what the hybrids can do and their scaling? Like, to be fair, they don't really have any counters for infinity. Even like the flamethrower hybrid Barum still probably get wrecked.
Quan Chi and Puchita,
But still.
as well as all the fiends.
Hey, whoa, why the hell is Quan Chi the exception? Quan Chi can't do shit against fucking infinity. Yeah, Mark almost died, so it wasn't easily, obviously. You also forget that Mark is just one of the strongest Viltrumites alive. Like, Metal Sonic is stated to be Sonic's strongest rival. They're wrong. Like, that's just objectively false. To imply that Metal Sonic is stronger than Shadow is kind of ridiculous. Even though they're all honestly, like, equal in strength. Like, relatively speaking. Also, no one scales to current Sonic. But when did Tech Jacket say that he was inferior to Mark? I'm not great at invincible scaling, unfortunately. I don't have, like, a whole server filled with scans or anything like that, but Tech Jacket. I'll just do, like, Tech Jacket versus Mark. Maybe we'll get something. Pretty sure Tech Jacket just outright admits that he's literally nothing to characters like Omni-Man and Mark. And this is backed up in the comic as well, because you have even like random Viltrumites backhanding him. And not to imply that he's weak or anything, like 100%. I'm pretty sure he's part of that heavy hitters group that was sent to... Was it right after he beat Conquest? Apparently Tech Jacket is like Season 5, Season 6 stuff. Hypothetically, based on how they're adapting the comic so far, so presumably not. Why does it, whenever you talk, it cuts out your voice? It makes it hard to hear. Kid Buu should be weaker than Janemba. No, what are you talking about? What? Kid Buu... Huh? Are we on the same page? Like, Kid Buu pushed back a spirit bomb that is stated to be the maximum level of power in the Buu saga. So, above Super Vegito. I'll get that scan again if I need to, but like... Huh?
except Yoru. All of these are devils that
Yoru isn't a fiend, by the way. Why don't you think that Metal Sonic scales to Base Sonic? Everything, no one scales to anything that Sonic did in Sonic Frontiers. Like, Sonic got way stronger in Frontiers. His base form is, like, stronger than... Honestly, you could probably argue Sonic's base form at post-Frontiers is stronger than even characters' super forms from previous games and arcs in the IDW book. Isn't this comics only, though? How does this relate to TV Conquest being above planetary? He isn't. Even Invincible power scalers. Invincible is bad scaling anyway, especially the show, but I don't know too much about the comic. It's out. Nah. So Mark probably just get a lot stronger after beating Conquest. Meaning Tech Jacket said that about post-Conquest Mark, right? Yeah. The thing about that, though, is that Conquest is stated to be the second strongest Viltrumite. Just behind Thrag. So unless everyone else got way stronger, which wouldn't be that unsurprising, honestly, but again, like, you would have to assume that Conquest is just like fodder compared to Tech Jacket era characters. Which maybe, might be, I don't know. You could argue it, probably. Maximum power level at the time, though, shouldn't be counting Vegito. That's not what it says. That is not what it says objectively. Daizenshuu makes it very clear. Where is it? There it is. Boop. I love this scan. I love it, honestly. Like, it has the maximum Spirit Bomb statement. It has the Kid Buu understanding Goku statement. It's probably... If I were to rank Dragon Ball scans, this one would definitely be an S tier scan. Especially since it's from Daizenshuu. By this maximum level of power. It doesn't say at this time. It doesn't say, like, maximum level of power now. It just says maximum level of power. Meaning this Spirit Bomb is supposed to be stronger than anything we've seen, which would include Vegito. And I would argue that's narratively consistent, too. Since Goku defeating Kid Buu is supposed to be like Goku becoming the strongest. Goku's feelings were only understood by his fellow strongest. Pretty much every episode title and every chapter title and every guidebook statement says that Goku is the strongest in the universe after defeating Kid Buu. And I can show you all of that, if need be. The only thing Metal actually gets an edge against Sonic is when he isn't paying attention, or when... you're thinking of Mecha Sonic for the injured leg thing.
I think Gojo could beat with minimal use of the Limitless technique. Yes, that includes Infinity for the most part. There are a couple of guys in here that I think would require Infinity, like Bomb and Flamethrower, due to their high-power destructive capabilities, but that's kind of it. And even that...
He didn't even call him Barum. He has a name, you jackass.
As is. Next, we have the small or low diff devils. These are the devils that have some way to potentially bypass Infinity or have other abilities that will affect Gojo.
Oh, this will be interesting.
In some capacity, but...
Oh, actually, hold on. I see. Well, I was talking about the TV one, so why I tried making a case for comic ones. Let's see. Show Conquest is like small planetary max. Not max, but small planetary consistently. And like 32 times the speed of light. Because you can argue that he doesn't scale to Omni-Man's travel speed. And then after that, you have Goku, who's planetary, just like directly stated in El Manga Legendario. And then after that, Goku is Kid Buu is busted. What the hell? Yeah, okay, like people really underestimate Kid Buu, and I'm not sure why. Like, people really think that Kid Buu is just like screaming. He's like a Super Saiyan 3 level threat. Not the case. Kid Buu is on it like he is him, low key. Like, even in the manga, honestly, this guy might be giving Buuhan a run for his money. Because Buuhan doesn't have the universal feats in the manga compared to the anime. So Kid Buu, low key, might be giving Buhan a hard time, even in the manga, without the statements, but. Oh, when Surge was crashing out? Okay. I would have to read that part of IDW again, but I see what you're talking about. When it comes to the issue of Teen Goku versus Show Conquest, Teen Goku wins. Teen Goku is like dozens of times faster than Light. He at least matches Conquest in terms of speed, if not surpasses him. He has planetary scaling, or even large planetary scaling, if you're generous. Compare that to Show Conquest with like small planetary scaling. Is Xeno Goku boundless? So you don't believe Invincible versus Caps at light speed? Sonic Prime is canon, by the way. Let's see. So you don't believe Invincible caps at light speed? I do not. I think it's pretty clear that the show has, like, even the show has feats that would put it at, like, millions of times faster than light for the top tiers. Carnitrix Ben. I swear if this is, like, gore, I'm gonna crash out. If this is just like the Carnitrix Ben. Oh, it's like one of those infection AUs or something. Yeah. Oh, this is actually kind of cool. I always like these like infection AUs, especially like the really creative ones. Yeah. Aside from the artwork looking like something I would see in like 2015. It's pretty good, honestly. Like Ghost Freak. Is this Ghost Freak? Hell yeah. Ghost Freak was terrifying. I'll just continue watching now. Yeah, you're fine. Thank you for having me on and actually listening to my points. I didn't mean to, like, embarrass you. Don't feel embarrassed at all. Because this is stuff that a lot of people don't know about Kid Buu. And I kind of have to open everyone's eyes up to it. Okay, well, hold on, let me. Alien X Carnitrix. Ooh, that's not. Ooh, no, thank you. Yeah, no, thank you. I sure hope this guy doesn't get any of the hyperversal scaling because I need Goku. You know how people say that, like, Goku is one of the strongest fictional characters? I actually have a chemistry paper 6 tomorrow, so I don't know what the hell I'm just happy I know better. Yeah, okay. I didn't mean to, like, don't get the feeling that I came out here to, like, spank you or anything. I just wanted, like, genuinely, the point of this was to, like, open your eyes.
But otherwise, don't pose a huge threat. And there are also a couple of just incredibly destructive devils in this category as well. Like the first one we'll be talking about, Justice. I don't think Justice would be too hard for Gojo's.
Is that the Justice Devil? Like, low-key, I don't think that was ever confirmed.
I do think it would red or blue in. I think whether or not Justice, that I think could potentially actually damage Gojo. It's the Blood Devil.
Oh, yeah. Power at her full capacity. Thank you for not just actually making, thank you for not actually just making fun of you. I presume you mean fun of me. I make fun of myself all the time, but no, yeah, 100%. Just like actual, genuinely wanted to like help, you know.
At the end of Chainsaw Man Part 1, we saw the Blood Devil.
Oh yeah, the Blood Devil can manipulate other people's blood, not just Power's own blood, so that would bypass Infinity. Yeah, so Gojo.
It's curse technique, so he should be able to heal any wounds pretty easily.
Okay, but like I'm working on a theory right now that reverse curse technique doesn't actually, it's not that overpowered. Because this guy just assumes that it's like Majin Buu level regeneration when like if you just like if you clip their head or something, I don't know. Oh, are explicitly He explicitly states that the Carnatrix aliens are weaker than Ben Prime's Omnitrix aliens. Okay. So Goku might be able to save me.
The only exception might be if the Blood Devil uses this ability on Gojo's brain, which could cause some issues depending on where it hits.
Okay, yeah, so at least he addressed it.
But it seems like an ability that is somewhat random, as only one dude got his brain busted by it. Even then though, Gojo can rebuild parts of his brain with reverse curse.
You were destroying your brain with cursed energy and healing it with reverse curse technique to reset.
First technique posed to Gojo is being devoured by the zombie devil, with next is the Hell Devil. The Hell Devil...
Oh, yeah, I don't know what to make of the Hell Devil. I don't think you can just send Gojo to hell.
Is a bit weird. Do I think this thing could give Gojo trouble? No, not at all. But it could probably send him to some devils that could. Like if the Hell Devil sends Gojo to hell and then he...
Yeah, the visually getting sent to hell is...
He has to fight the Darkness Devil.
Is shown by like grabbing you, which, you know, like that's not gonna happen.
Does that mean the Hell Devil beat Gojo? I don't know if this is an outright win, but it definitely seems like this devil could put Gojo into a position where he might die. And yes, that does mean I think Darkness beats Gojo, but I'll explain why later. Devils collaborating to defeat Gojo is not something I want to take into account too heavily in this video, as it would make judging them way harder and it would take a lot longer to analyze them individually. But in the case of the Hell Devil, I think it makes sense, as to hell even with infinity, the first and that got them, so it can't really matter here. Simply win, and that's that. He is way too powerful. The Hell Devil is probably getting reincarnated. Another devil that could maybe give Gojo some trouble is Fami, the Famine Devil. Fami would not give Gojo trouble because she's strong, but because she has insane healing capabilities. She was able to completely heal herself from just a couple of ants, and she can control her body even when the air. Gojo could figure as a threat to so that Gojo wins then. Is he immune to the attack because of the sixth eyes and their ability to filter? Another one where Gojo will 100% win in straight on combat, but what if he gets Halloweened? What?
Man, this is honestly kind of boring. Like, I don't. Can we skip through this stuff? Let's see. Tell me some scaling. What do you mean? Tell me some scaling. Like, do you want scaling? What kind of scaling do you want? Mess up the reverse curse technique? Yeah, probably. 38 dimensional. What are you talking about, man? We just making up tiers now. Let's see.
Just to be safe. Okay, now with all the low diff devils out of the way, let's talk about some of the devils that I think could actually give Gojo some trouble. These next 6 all pose a serious threat to Gojo in some way and could beat him, but the exact amount of threat depends on the devil. Let's start with Yoru. Yoru is yet another weird case. On the surface, you might not think she has a way to damage Gojo. I mean, all she can do is make weapons similar to Angel, but it becomes a lot more complicated when we look at how she can create weapons, as she recently gained the ability to turn things into weapons telepathically. This means, in theory, she could turn Gojo into a weapon.
Wrong. Yoru can only turn things into weapons if she owns them. And I actually do agree with Death Battle's logic that Gojo's like pure presence is enough to ward off any like possessive based abilities. So this is just wrong.
Through infinity. There is one major issue here, which is that Yoru has to believe she owns something in order to transform it. The idea of something she owns seems to be somewhat ambiguous. It relies on Asa's definition of ownership, as we saw her turn the aquarium into a spear after she bought it, and same with those turrets when she used her college fund on them. This means for Yoru to turn Gojo into a weapon, she has to somehow get Asa to believe that she possesses Gojo in some way. I don't think this is likely, as I don't even know what could be done to make Asa feel like she owns another person. Obviously, there are occasionally exceptions to this, though, throughout the series, like Gun and Tank, which were owned by Yoru, but I would say they are more of a special case because of Yoru's relation to the weapons, and every other notable weapon we see was created by Asa and her emotional attachment to it. So if Asa can turn Gojo into a weapon, that's just it. As far as we can tell, that just kills the person or at least greatly injures them. But if they're unable to transform Gojo, they probably just lose, as they have no other way to get through infinity that we know of, and they also seem to be somewhat—
Oh my god, holy yap, dog. I don't care. Can we skip past this? Why is there... Okay. Oh, Santa Claus. Okay, this one might be interesting.
You might be surprised to see the Doll Devil up here, and to be clear, it's not because it's a threat to Gojo, more so because he probably can't beat it. The Doll Devil is capable of making hundreds of dolls a second.
Yeah, this shit is fucking boring. Yeah, Yoru's the War Devil. Sonic Prime is after Sonic Advance 3. Ian Flynn confirmed it. Did he? Because if that's true, that's pretty cool. Ian Flynn should be trusted for timeline placements, in my opinion. Yeah, just fucking whatever. How do you get 20D in any version of Sonic? I mean, it's pretty easy, honestly. Like it requires a little bit of it requires a highballed interpretation. I'm not gonna lie to you, but you can do it. I can only assume no one else really wants to debate Kid Buu versus Super Saiyan 4 Goku from Daima. Let's see. Should I change it to like Buhan or something? Let's see. Or maybe some new people will join the stream.
And it can have dolls all throughout the world. Unless all those doll devils are destroyed, the doll devil cannot die. This is why using Halloween on it was located, but Gojo wouldn't be fighting a Halloweened doll, meaning he wouldn't have an easy way to tell where every doll is. Sure, he could probably find a lot of them in his immediate vicinity using the 6 eyes, but while he's dealing with those dolls, the doll devil can be across the world.
This guy doesn't understand that Gojo can just use Unlimited Void, and like it's the exact same thing. Howdy, folks. All I've said was I didn't want to talk about Prime's placement until it was done. If you've seen the ending, then spoilers. It doesn't matter because Prime wipes itself out. It's sometime after Advance 3, but otherwise it's moot. Well, I wasn't going to watch Sonic Prime, so thank you for spoiling that.
World creating more, and if he goes to deal with those dolls, the doll devil can be creating more in another part of the world.
Yeah, like honestly, like all he would need to do is use Unlimited Void, and bam, like all of them are gone. Can we maybe get to something interesting? Oh shit, is he covering Gojo vs Makima?
For 2 main reasons. First of all, she cannot be killed by him using his curse technique. In Chainsaw Man, Makima is ultimately
Hey, Gojo versus Makima. I made a video about this, so definitely watch that video. So 20D doesn't actually exist. 20D's nuts. No, don't apologize for not being a power scaler. It's completely fine. 100%. You don't need to apologize for that at all. You're fine. Damn. I guess I'm really not Zeta or anything. I'm not like owning people with my interpretation of Dragon Ball. I'm just more reasonable, I guess. I don't know. Master Swag King. Why is this guy in my recommended? Am I subscribed to you for any reason? Like, am I subscribed to you? No, I'm not. Why do you use shit-ass AI for your content? What is man on about? Some people these days. Oh, big boss. Oh my god! Metal Gear Solid 5, here's to you, big boss! Oh, also, 3 Days Grace is putting out new music. Apologies. It was okay. It was alright.
Defeated when Denji eats her completely, but according to Denji, this only worked because he loved Makima, and if he hadn't, she would have come back. Now, I'm not usually one to trust what Denji says, as he's kind of stupid, but if
Wrong. Don't you dare ever call Denji stupid. No shit. What hit the main doll devil? Ah, fair enough. Clones infinite makes the same battle power is a real thing. I cannot make it anywhere. I will get back to this guy after the stream because I do have evidence for that.
there's one thing he knows, it's Makima, so I am inclined to believe him on this. This means even if Makima is vaporized by a 200% hollow purple while her brain is melted in infinite void, she will return, unless Gojo loves her. This puts them in a similar situation to Doll and Gojo.
Unless Gojo loves her. Gojo X Makima is the shittest Chainsaw Man ship ever. I mean, it's funny, like, it's hilarious, but, like, genuinely do not know what that is cooking.
as neither one of them has a great way to kill the other.
Actually,
But there's a difference here. Makima would likely view Gojo as a threat to her plan, meaning she would try and find a way to deal with him. This means even if Makima is vaporized by a 200% hollow purple while her brain is melted in infinite void, she will return, unless Gojo loves her.
Okay, it's more complex than that, but he's on the right track. The reason why it didn't work, the reason why eating Makima worked for Denji was because eating her was an act of love. So shoving a hollow purple down her throat, I'm not sure how you could interpret that as love.
This puts them in a similar situation.
Oh, hey. Oh, shit. Fucking 5. I can recommend. How many stands can kill Gojo? How many stands can Gojo kill video? Yeah, we're gonna heart that. Everyone keep talking the absolute biggest thank you in chat. Nah, hop off Exzilla, dog. Fucking Exzilla, my goat. Can we talk about speedsters? Why? Like, speedsters are lame, dog. Like speedsters are slow most of the time. Like, the slowest character in Dragon Ball is faster than the fastest character in the MCU. Okay, let me adjust that. The fastest character in Dragon Ball Z is faster than the slowest character in Dragon Ball Z. Well, no, because you have character. Holy shit. Wait, is there... Oh, are they just repackaging Hidden Inventory Premature Death as a movie? I mean, that's fair, but like I was kind of hoping that this was like an original project. Oh well, it's not that important.
To Doll and Gojo, as neither one of them has a great way to kill the other. But there's a difference here. Makima would likely view Gojo as a threat to her plan, meaning she would try and find a way to deal with him. We've already covered a couple.
Wait, what were we talking about? What was keep talking about? Oh, that one. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me. Nah, because I know what video he's talking about too, so I don't need that. Okay, I know it's a little different, but yeah, here we are. Is this one right? How many stands can kill Gojo? Or how many stands can kill Gojo final round? Or I presume 40 minutes, dog. What is this?
Full of devils that could get the job done if they had proper support, which they would if they were under Makima's control. Devils like the Blood Devil, Angel Devil, or Hell Devil could be used by Makima, and their abilities could then be used to
prove that,
get past infinity and do damage to Gojo. The other issue for Gojo lies in the contract Makima has with the Prime Minister of Japan. This is the one that redistributes her injury.
Classic Sonic has 5D arguments. I mean, kinda. Like, they're arguments. They're not great. I don't use them. I think mainly because I like having fun. Hey, wait a minute. Why did this guy need to split up this series into 4 different parts? And with, like, each part being at least half an hour. That's wild.
Injuries to other Japanese citizens, inappropriate injuries, and diseases. Gojo is a Japanese citizen, so he could at some random point during the battle get sick or injured as a result of his own attacks. But here is where one path to victory lies. If he could theoretically kill every citizen of Japan, then he could kill Makima, and that would kill her as she has no one to transfer her damage to. Granted, he would also need to formally renounce his own citizenship while fighting Makima so he doesn't die as a fighter, which might not be easy to do, but I mean, he's Gojo. I'm sure he'll figure something out. Another option in this fight is he could potentially get a contract with another powerful devil to help him. I haven't talked about this possibility until now because I don't think it's likely many devils would want to make a contract with Gojo if his goal is to kill devils. But there are a ton of devils that want Makima dead, so he might be able to gain some abilities from some strong devils to help him bypass her invincibility or permanently incapacitate her in some.
Honestly, this shit is starting to fucking put me to sleep, dog.
What appears, it always grabs its opponent and does its
cursed devil. I was actually thinking of making a Goku versus Chainsaw Man video. The cursed devil does actually just one-shot anyone it touches. You could argue that Goku has some sort of death resistance, though. But that's mainly GT Goku.
This attack can manifest anywhere, and it doesn't seem to be avoidable, so I think it could potentially
Also, I'm not sure what the animators were cooking here, but this scene looks like terrible shit.
bypass infinity, depending on how it exactly works. The only issue with the Cursed Devil in a fight is we only ever see it used in this application, so we don't know what its full capabilities are or how it might fight as a devil. Curses are a fairly common fear, so it might be somewhat strong, and the fact it was able to incapacitate 2 hybrids shows just that. Now, is this enough to beat Gojo? No, especially not with RCT, but I do think
this guy clearly doesn't understand that hybrids are immortal, like to an unrealistic extent. Like, the immortality of the hybrid devils far exceeds anything reverse curse technique can do. True.
This is a devil that Gojo would have to put a good amount of effort in to beat, so it's in this category. And the last devil I want to cover that Gojo could potentially beat is Pochita. Pochita is kind of
Chainsaw Man beats Gojo, by the way. Right here, this scan already shows him breaking through a dimensional barrier. Hell and Earth are clearly 2 different dimensions in Chainsaw Man. I think that's the correct interpretation. And then you have you have Pochita, and he cuts through that. So honestly, Pochita is cutting through infinity. And I'm going to be honest with you, unless you want to argue planetary JJK, Pochita has better stats all around.
I have another weird one.
In my opinion, you know. You're not providing any feats or evidence? Fucking... What do you people want from me? Fine, hold on. What evidence do you want from me? Because I'll get you anything you want.
Right? Like, on the surface, he has no way to beat Gojo, but...
Reconnection successful. Reconnection successful. Okay, I swear, I'm going to actually crash out if this ended the stream. Please, for the love of God, someone say something in chat, please. Please, for the love of God, someone say something in chat. Are we alive? We're good. We're good? Okay. I have like PTSD. Every time that happens, I go into panic mode.
And I think this is a fight Gojo would have a lot of trouble with. Now, obviously, there is a huge asterisk next to this one, as it does require the Infinity Devil being eaten.
No. Wrong. False. Incorrect. Never happened. This man does not understand the series.
But still, I think it counts for something. Now we come to the devils Gojo simply cannot beat. No, this isn't me trying to downplay Gojo. These devils are just way too powerful. They're closer to gods than they are to devils. I'm of course talking about the 5 primal devils.
Stop the cap. First of all, the Death Devil is not a primal fear. The Death Devil is a horseman, and there are 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Although, actually, wait a minute. Now that I'm thinking about it, okay, I'll have to get into that later. But the only 3 primal fears we've been introduced to in the series has been the Darkness Devil, the Falling Devil, and the Aging Devil. The Fire Devil, maybe. I don't think the Fire Devil has ever been confirmed to be a primal fear, but maybe.
We see and hear about throughout the show. Let's get started with Darkness. The Darkness Devil would sweep the floor with Gojo. I'm sorry, Darkness wins for 2 main reasons. The first is his healing. All the primal devils are able to heal any wound they sustain without fail. They're all effectively immortal.
Well, okay. Yes, but how does that make him win? Like, this is pretty bad.
Makes Darkness a threat to Gojo specifically is he has no issue bypassing infinity. He has so many abilities they could use to get around it. Like this one where he points at someone and they just fall apart. You could argue this acts similar to Sukuna's shrine and therefore doesn't pass infinity. But even if that's the case, he still has other options. Like saying this, which blew a ton of holes into Violence's body, this where he twisted Denji's body into a piece of rotelli pasta, or this where he made Angel bleed internally just by looking at him.
I guess that's a good point. I guess Gojo is pretty cooked here. This is Gojo would be top 5 in Chainsaw Man. I could see that. Let's see. You got Denji, you got Yoru, you got Yoshida, you got... Well, actually, you could argue about Yoshida being top 5. You got all of the primal fears. No, Gojo. Gojo would beat Yoru. Because my current top 5 in Chainsaw Man would be the 3 primal fears, Pochita / Denji, either one, and then Yoru. And Gojo would probably beat Yoru, so that actually works. That's actually fair.
This dude is made to physically disassemble opponents from the inside or the outside, and he can keep attacking Gojo until he's just dead. Even if none of these attacks can actually go through infinity, Gojo will run out of cursed energy eventually. Even if it takes days or weeks or months, if he's stuck in constant combat with the Darkness Devil, he will run out sooner or later. In fact, there's a decent chance nothing Gojo does to Darkness will actually be able to hurt him, as Makima states that just a piece of the Darkness Devil made the Doll Devil immune to all attacks in Darkness.
No attacks in the Darkness will work. Well, that's a no-limits fallacy.
That means this is likely a power that Darkness has as well. And guess what Darkness brings with him everywhere he goes? That's right, Darkness. So even if Gojo got the opportunity to go on the offensive, he probably wouldn't be able to do much damage at all. Next is the Falling Devil. This primal is probably the one Gojo would have the best shot at beating. He still loses, no doubt about it. But Falling doesn't really have an ability that is effective against Gojo, as all of her abilities revolve around controlling gravity, which...
Okay, so the thing about the Falling Devil's abilities is that they're based on emotions, right? And Gojo is a sad anime boy who has a dead boyfriend. So, Falling Devil's probably taking Gojo out even easier, unless Gojo realizes that mental attacks are being used against him. Gear 5 Luffy versus Kaido. I think Kaido would win. Didn't the fight happen in the anime though? Didn't that just objectively happen? I know, I don't watch mid-piece.
Gojo just kind of ignores. The dude just floats whenever he wants and never seems to be affected by his own moves, so there's a high chance he wouldn't be affected by Falling's gravity abilities either. I guess there might be a point where Gojo does start to bend to gravity, I doubt he would be able to survive the pull of a black hole, However, if that threshold exists, it hasn't been established. And I also think it's...
The pull of a black hole? That's crazy, because we actually have a character in JJK called Yuki who can just create a black hole, and Gojo is stronger than her, so at the very least, Infinity has some sort of anti-black hole quality to it.
It's unlikely
Which is actually consistent, because Gojo's abilities work on the subatomic level, and black holes tear things apart at the subatomic level as well, so yeah.
Falling would be able to increase gravity to that level anyway. So you might be wondering, how does Gojo lose?
Okay, prove that. Prove that the Falling Devil can't do that.
This one. Well, it all comes back to...
Do you like pickles? Do I like pickles? Let's see. Pickles are bad on pretty much everything. Pickles aren't good on hamburgers. Pickles aren't good on cheeseburgers. Not only do they conflict with the taste of everything else on the sandwich, but they also have a completely different texture and consistency compared to everything else on said burger. So they absolutely ruin any burger they touch. Pickles aren't good as a snack. You could just eat a cucumber, and honestly, you'd be better off because cucumbers are healthier for you. You can barely hear me. Well, because I'm not yelling into the fucking microphone, dog. Turn up your volume or something. Wait a minute. Where's the audio mixer? Okay, I guess I am. No, see, fucking... Maybe I'm being quiet. I don't know.
Thousands of years. This isn't outright death for Gojo, but I do think it qualifies as being defeated. Being stuck in a pocket dimension for multiple millennia means he pretty much ceases to exist for that time, and it's not like there's anything he can do to get out either. It's kind of similar to the prison realm, except it lasts even longer. Plus, devil powers don't work in that world, so I think there's a somewhat good chance cursed energy wouldn't either, even if he did.
That's a false equivalization, but whatever.
What's he gonna do, Even if he hollow purples the entire world away, he'll still be trapped in there. In addition to this, the aging devil does have some offensive capabilities as well, as we see it use mirrors to transport attacks wherever it likes, and it can also force people to instantly age, although this might be temporary. So even if Gojo doesn't get sent to Aging's world, there's a good chance it could be him anyway if it wants to. Aging seems to be pretty chill overall though, so I think sending Gojo to Narnia would make a lot more sense thematically. Next is the Fire Devil. This one is really weird because it's stated to be a primal devil, but it's also a devil we know nothing about. It gains power by making...
Is it stated to be a primal devil? Is it? Oh, I don't know nothing about that. Fire Devil. I'm pretty sure the Fire Devil was introduced. I have it at full volume. Oh, because it cuts off some parts of the live video? Well, I'm watching the live video on my phone so I can read chat. Pochita is star level. How did you do that? Unless you're using... Oh, no. Academy as a pawn of the Death Devil. It also serves as a titular antagonist for the Justice Devil arc. Contracts Fire Devil. Justice Devil. Devil Unknown. High status. Alive. Occupation, Death Devil, Force, Class President. I mean, it's not impossible for fire to be a primal fear, but, you know. I don't think it's very likely. Maybe.
Contracts with people, and it can grant wishes via those contracts, but that's all we know. If it is a primal devil though, it should be unkillable tier. Ask about it. Most powerful devil in Chainsaw Man, most likely. It is so powerful that even the primal devils worship it and in some cases obey its commands. Death also has a different form of immortality than the rest of the primals, as it literally cannot die. Like, dying is not a thing it can physically do. No matter how many purples he throws at her or how many times her brain gets melted by infinite void, if she even has a brain, she just can't die. This means Gojo has zero way to defeat this devil, but even if he did, he would have to go through at least the falling devil first, as she is under Death's control, and as we already covered, that's not exactly something Gojo can do easily or frankly at all. It's not clear whether the other primal devils are under the direct control of Death like Falling is, or if they just have some sort of allegiance to